friends, I'm here with my friend John and fellow barber. He's going to loan us again his hair, thick and curly for this next hot tip technique. It's actually the perfect head of hair for this technique, and what I want to show you guys is how we handle some of this crazy texture, really awesome curl and thickness on some of our male guests. One of my favorite things that I'm seeing right now is that a lot of people are embracing their texture. They're not cutting it so short that all the curls are gone, and they're more than happy to start showing off a little bit of the natural movement and texture that they have in their hair. So we need to be ready with some tools, products, and techniques that are going to help us to address this texture of hair, show it off, and collapse oftentimes a lot of the bulk that we're seeing to make it a lot more lean and allow those curls to really show themselves off. So before we get into the technique itself, I want to show you guys a little bit of the product that we use to prep the hair. What I've used is a bit of water and our Redken Satinwear 02. Satinwear 02 is going to give us the slip that we need in the hair to be able to work with combs and fingers and shears to get this technique done right, and it's going to help the hair to stay soft and hydrated. I'm going to be using our Sam Villa short cutting comb, again utilizing those wide teeth. It's going to give me just the right amount of control in each section so I can see what I'm doing, but I'm not putting too much stretch on each section. Now, just for the ease of this technique, so I can show you guys what we're doing, I'm going to be using body positions that are a little bit more for demonstration and a little bit less like we'd do in a salon. Anytime I'm going to be cutting in a strange body position, I love using a swivel shear. This is our Sam Villa 6-inch Signature Series Swivel Shear. It's going to allow me to get in there and create these techniques and these cuts from different body positions very comfortably. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to turn John around so I can show you guys exactly what we're doing. Once we get to this point, what I'm going to do is, using the wide teeth of our short cutting comb, I'm going to grab each section across, part away so I can keep some kind of order and organization to what we're doing, just because we've got so much hair happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of stay up here right with you guys, right in front of the camera. I'm going to bring these sections up, and what I'm going to do is employ a little bit of kind of a brick lay technique. Now, any of the hairs that are too short to cut can just fall away. I'm going to use my signature swivel shear, and what I want to do is, depending on the density or the thickness of the hair, I'm going to decide how many bricks I want to lay. Most of the time I'm going to be using a 3, 2, 1 pattern. So I've got this section here elevated. I come through, it looks like it's about 2 finger widths thick, which is totally fine. Now what I want to do is come out about 1 inch or 2 fingers worth from the scalp, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come up a little bit higher, maybe a finger's worth. I'm going to do 1, 2, and I'm going to come up just a little bit higher right in the middle, and I'm going to do 1. Now you'll kind of see those locks release as they're cut. That's going to help me to reduce a little bit of bulk and do so in a way that isn't going to frizz out or really make this curly hair explode. So I'm going to take my next section across. I'm going to elevate this section using the wide teeth of our short cutting comb. And again, I want to get a nice look at that section. Give it a little bit of a tension release. Very, very light tension. What's important is that I let the hair stay in its groups. Curly hair likes to hang out in teams. I'm going to come through, I'm going to come up about 2 fingers worth, so we've got 1 kind of C shape in the curl already, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come right above that and do 1, 2, right there. A little bit higher with my fingers, and I'm going to do 1 right in the middle. Again, by bricklaying this technique, we're able to remove a lot of that bulk and that thickness without disturbing the curls in their natural fall and their natural curl formation. Again, next section. Each section's about maybe 1.5 fingers to 2 fingers wide. So they're wider sections. I don't want to have to recut sections that have already been cut. Release that tension. Take a look at the curl pattern right at the top of the first C. 1, 2, 3. Right above that, 1, 2. And right in the middle again, 1. Now you can see why it's easy to accomplish this technique using our swivel shear. I'm able to get in here very comfortably without any tension in my wrist or my forearm and really execute this technique very comfortably. Grabbing my next section, looks like I've got maybe 1 more before we get working into the front hairline. Bring that up, elevate, release the tension, come up above the first C shape, 1, 2, 3, right above, 1, 2, and again, just like the bricks in a red brick building or red brick wall, we're just bricklaying. 3, 2, 1. Last section, Now the reason this is my last section is because in the front hairline, I don't feel like we really need to collapse a lot of that weight or bulk. So we're going to leave that front hairline out so it's not visually affected by what we're doing. Again, release that hair, check out the wave pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1 in the middle. Very light, we're removing maybe 10%, perhaps 15% of the hair with each cut. And all this is going to do, again, is allow us to collapse a lot of that bulk and a lot of the real thickness that you see in that curly hair without frizzing it out. At this point, all we need to do, maybe add a little bit of water, perhaps just another pump of satin wear in the hands. Work that through very gently with the fingers, a little scrunch, a little encouragement for the curls. And at this point, he's in a good position to just let this air dry. So again, very easy technique. All we're doing, working in the top section of this haircut, collapsing bulk and size out of this really thick curly hair, yet allowing it to show itself off to keep a lot of texture. We do so by coming in with a section that's about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick, doing a 3-2-1 brick lay pattern inside the shape with each section, using my swivel shear to make sure it's nice and easy. Coming through, releasing that weight, and letting the hair just kind of naturally show itself off. It's been a lot of fun to share these hot tips with you guys. Please feel free to share our videos and leave your feedback in the box below. I'm Dave Boyd for the Sam Villa ArTeam. Thanks for watching.